Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is your daily go-getterism number 792 for December 3rd, 2016. First of all, I want y'all to please excuse me because I'm battling a little cold. I'm not feeling that. My voice is a little hoarse, and it actually is a little bit painful to talk to y'all tonight. But I'm gonna talk to y'all anyway because that's what we do. Playing around with this kiwi fruit, kiwi and water. I don't know. Might eat it in the video. Anyway, I want to talk to y'all tonight about getting through something versus getting over something, or getting past something, whatever. There are differences between the two things. Like, they sound the same, and to some people, if you're not really paying attention, you may think that they are exactly the same. But here's the differences. When you talk about getting through something, that means that whatever it is that you got through, it was a life-changing experience. It gave you a different perspective on things, and you handled the situation. You were able to get past it. You were able to learn from it. You were able to process it, and you were able to put it in a place in your life to whereas you may even value the experience that you had. Not only that, but you probably were able to teach somebody how to get through it because of your experience getting through it. And it's a good thing to get through things. That's not to say that the situations that you got through were easy. More than likely, it was to the contrary. Normally, when we have to get through something, as we're trying to get through it, we may experience fear, anxiety, anger, resentment, distrust, a whole gamut of emotions, mostly negative. But it's our inner strength that gets us through it. Our perseverance, our will to win, our will to survive. You know, never say and die attitude. And I'm going to get into something. I'm going to save it for a minute. And, you know, when you get through something, you look back on that times or that experience that you had, and you realize that whatever happened was supposed to happen, and it couldn't have been any other way. Because if it was any other way, you probably wouldn't have learned what you needed to learn. If it went any other way, then more than likely, okay, let's say somebody bailed you out of a situation. If they bailed you out of a situation, then that means it didn't affect you as much as it probably needed to for you to get the learning experience from it that you needed to benefit from it. It's not to say that you didn't learn anything from it. It just means that because you didn't go through it from A to Z, from Alpha to Omega, you probably didn't learn the lessons as hard as you needed to learn them in order to give back to somebody else. Now let's talk a second about getting over something. When you get over something, it may mean that you got through it, or it may not mean that you got through it. When you get over something, it just means that, well, no. It can mean that you had an experience, it probably wasn't a good experience, and it left you with a lot of questions, a lot of unfinished business. It left you feeling some kind of way. But because you have accepted that there's nothing you can do to change the situation, there's nothing that you can do to remedy the situation, there's nothing that you can do to reconcile the situation, that you just have to put it on the shelf. You have to shelve that project, put it away, never to be addressed again. And we can say that it'll never be addressed again, but that's really all in our minds. Normally, when we've been forced to get over something, we haven't gotten over it at all. You know, if you think that it's easy to get over something, ask rape victims years and years later how they feel about rape, sexual assault, molestation, and all of that. It's not easy to just get over it. And another thing about the term "get over it," a lot of people hate that term, and I don't blame them for hating it. Not because we don't need to get over it. Let me check it out. Pretty good. I'm finished that. Yeah. It's because when people tell us to get over something, it's almost like they don't want to identify with the pain that we're going through. Maybe it could be because we've been bugging them about something that we went through because we can't seem to get over it, or we can't seem to get past it, or we can't seem to get through it. But that's because it has affected us in such a way that we just are looking for help. We're looking for a way to be able to overstand, to be able to get it, to be able to get to a place where we can get comfortable with whatever happened to us. And somebody says, get over it. And you feel like, get over it? Man, don't you understand? This changed my life. I'm never going to be the same. Because of what happened to me, I'm never going to be able to trust again. Because of what happened to me, I'm going to be running around here kind of bitter. Because of what happened to me, I have anger problems, and I probably need anger management. Because of what happened to me, I'm fearful of people, and I seclude myself away from other people so I don't have to deal with the pressures that are going on. I mean, need counseling because I haven't gotten over it, and people telling me to get over it. A lot of times when people tell you to get over something, it's because they don't have the help for you. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to tell you to go. They don't have a remedy or a plan for you. And so the best that they can say is get over it. But that ain't right, man. That ain't right. You know, if you love somebody, man, you really care about them, try to stay away from the whole get over it thing, because this is a very dismissive term. It is. It's a very dismissive term, and it can separate you from people that you would have otherwise been aligned with. And at this day and time, man, we can't afford to be disunited about anything. Of course, we are going to do it. But we got to get to a place where we get through things instead of getting over them. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, when we start talking about getting through something, when you've gotten through something, that means that you've reconciled it in your mind. You've gotten comfortable with it. You've learned from it. You've moved on. You've been able to process it, deal with it, put it where it needs to be, put it in perspective the way it needs to be. And if somebody else comes to you with a similar situation, you are able to teach them what you have learned and help them get through it also. When you are forced to get over something, more than likely you haven't gotten over it. And it only makes sense that you haven't gotten over it because it's something that has affected your life, changed your whole perspective about something, brought you down instead of uplifted you. And then you feel like you can't get any assistance from somebody. Nobody seems to understand your struggle and what has happened to you. But it's going to be all right. Watch it do it. Think it won't when it will? Yeah, it's going to be. The Daily Go Getimism Show is every single day, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call-in number is 527. Call-in number is 319-527-6199. 319-527-6199. Check it out every single day, 6 a.m. blogtalkradio.com/Sun752. Peace. Have a good night. Don't try to get over that. Try to get through that. All right?